Welcome to Pursuit of Happiness. I'm Jonathan, and today I'm gonna do something that I finally have no choice but to do. I'm gonna fix the mixer cartridge in both of our showers. I'm gonna show you how to do it. First thing I have to do, turn off the water to the house. Luckily, Holland found his. I know mine was over here somewhere. Buried. Nice!
Water's off.
Winter chicken dinner. Thank you. All right. Water's off. Now, in here, make sure the water's off. Yay. There's one screw right there. I'm gonna try to get you guys a spot up here so you're not having to watch me move around. All right, so this screw is a standard. I had no standard Allen wrenches, so I had to get some, because everything I work on is metric. Comes all the way out. This slides off the end. This handle has this whole adapter deal that goes on the end of it. One Phillips head screw. Take all of this off. Set that aside. Take these screws off of here. Inevitably, I'm going to drop one down the drain. Mile long. This off and take this off. There's our valve. So this is the valve. No big access hole or anything. They gave me no room to work with. My dirty hands, because you get your hands dirty shutting off the water. So there's this little clip right here. This clip pops out and then the whole valve comes out. So let's set back up and we'll get that taken care of. All right, put a towel in here so you don't have to look at my dirty footprints. So we just pry this clip up and out, and God bless the builders because they didn't leave me much room to get that out. That clip comes out and keep it. In theory, you should be able to grab this with a pair of pliers, pull it out. But I got this here fancy dancy puller just to see how well this works. Looks like it goes on like that. Pulls it down. It's definitely coming free.
2 hours later.
All right, finally, this is what happened. The rubber seals failed, and they were all tore and bunched up inside the cylinder. So as I was pulling this out, they were bunching up and just jamming. You can see rust on there, and whew, that was something. So, not the Polar's fault. This Polar, or this Polar, I don't think. But it just goes to show, that was about 20 minutes of frustration and turning the camera off and being irritated just to get this thing off of there. What I ended up doing was putting this on there and wiggling it while I pulled on it, and that finally got that dirt bag out of there. Wipe this off. Have to replace this silicone once I put the cover back up, which has some fancy name. And I'm not sure what that fancy name is. I'm not even gonna try it because I don't English well. I don't English good. So, I got this Danco cartridge. It's part 88675A. It replaces the Moen 1222. So it's that guy. So it comes with these little pill type lubricants. No millennials don't eat this. And this should come apart. So I can lube this one up. You can insert any lube jokes that you want. I'm sure Tammy would have plenty of them. Lube that up so we don't run into the same problem when we put it back together. Don't want to pinch these rubber seals. So it's these rubber seals that seal off the water flow, and that allows the cold water to come in on this side and the hot water to come in on that side, and depending on where you have the knob, that is how much. It mixes the two together inside the assembly, and then it comes out of the assembly to go up to the shower head. So the one thing that you have to watch when you put it back together, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but there is an H and a C. So at least here in the US, and every other country I've been in, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. This slides back in. Now, just need to get you back into your home. Nice. Woo! Okay. So now this ink part is that I don't know This guy was here. This guy was here. I know I didn't put the other screws in yet. Now what I'm curious about I did not pay a bit of attention, and I should have. To know, this one, man, this one does not want to turn. So we're gonna leave this like this right now and see if we got it right. Because that's the stopper. This gets pulled out. That would be off. Just so you know, I did accidentally have this turned on, so now my towel's all wet. Because that's how we roll. Be an idiot. Put this back on like it's supposed to be first. Okay. Get this out of here. Put this on. Put this in here. Get my soaking wet towel out of here. Sorry, Jamie. We'll put this into the bathtub and pretend like we have no idea what happened. All right. So today's project summary. This is a 2-beer task. 1 beer while you're doing it, 1 beer to celebrate when you're done with it. I have about 3 hours in total of time to replace both of the mixer cartridges. We have 2 full baths in the house. Both cartridges have failed and have now been replaced. The 3 hours does include the amount of time that it took me to drive to Home Depot, get the stuff, drive back home. So that was probably a good 45 minutes of it right there. So maybe 2 hours to do it. I had 1 valve that was extremely difficult to get out, and 1 valve that was much easier to get out. The second valve was the easier one. I don't know if it was the learnings from the first or not. Now at Home Depot, I bought the 2 off-brand Home Depot brand cartridges. They did not have the name brand Moen 1222 cartridges. I bought the Home Depot cartridges. They were $36.98 each at my Home Depot, so $73.96 for the cartridges. I did buy the
shower head flow control on off that we saw did not work. So it will probably get thrown into a bucket somewhere when I get one that does work. That was $4. And the cartridge puller was $13.50. I would say probably worth it, because at least it gave you something to hold on to try to pull the cartridge out versus trying to put a wrench on the end. I tried one time with the wrench on the end maybe, and that would have been way more frustrating. And I also bought a metric Allen wrench and a standard Allen wrench 26-piece set. So even if you didn't have the 3/32 standard Allen wrench, you could buy 2 complete sets for $16. So after tax, I had about $115 into it, which, you know, 75 of that $115 was basically in the cartridges themselves. I'd say it's a fairly easy thing to do. Definitely a home DIY, you know, weekender project to do. Definitely something easy, and not worth paying a plumber. No chance would I pay a plumber to come in and do something like this. The biggest struggle is probably making sure that you have the correct cartridge, replacement cartridge, because there are some different ones out there. I was fortunate my house is a standard builder home, so it had just the run-of-the-mill Moen faucet that maybe everybody with a house that was built in the last, definitely a track home in a neighborhood that was built in the last 10 years, you should be good from there. So I'm going to clean up my mess, which will take another probably 15 minutes, get all my tools put away, and move on to the next project. I hope this helped somebody. Maybe it wasn't too bad, and I hope maybe now you're not scared to try it yourself. So just remember that when you're clean, it's 1,000 times easier to pursue your happiness.